Jamie King here at Flex and Flow. Today we are going to do a 25-minute power up, power yoga flow. This flow is designed to ignite the whole body, to re-energize, to move around some stagnant energy, and hopefully leave you feeling a little bit more free to move about your day, your week, whatever it might be, with a little bit more ease. This is great for a first thing in the morning wake-up flow or even a midday stretch. And all you need is a mat. If you have props, blankets, blocks, or anything else at your disposal, you're more than welcome to use them, but they're not required. All right, when you're ready, we're going to start on our shins. So go ahead and find a comfortable place for you on your shins. That can either be feet a little wider than your hip points, and then sits bones dropping down between the feet for a hero's pose. If this is too much, back off of it and just allow your heels to come underneath your seat and sink down. Wherever you're coming onto your shins, we're just finding a little bit of length in the spine. And we're starting to find a little ease. See if you can lengthen out, drawing the crown of the head up, maybe starting to draw the low belly in. And then drop the shoulders down and back. Find your breath here. As you begin to connect to your breath, see if you can commit to yourself to stay present in your practice. To allow yourself this time to tune out the distractions that are around you, or maybe within you, so that you can show up for yourself. So that you can give your body this time and attention it deserves, and so that you can give yourself some space to allow your mind to just settle, to tune out all of the chatter and distraction, so that you can move about the rest of your day perhaps with more mindfulness and intention. I invite you to be fully present here with me on the mat. And then when you're ready, take a breath in through the nose. And imagine you're filling about a third of the way up. So you're going to fill that breath to your navel or belly button. And then open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. 2/3 of the way, inhale into the chest. Sigh it out, let it go. And then bring it up to the collarbone or even base of the neck. Sigh it out, let it go. Building on that, we're going to breathe in 1/3 of the way, filling up to the belly button, hold here, pause, and then open the mouth, sigh it out. 2/3 of the way, bring it into the chest, pause, hold here, sigh it out, let it go. All the way up, collarbones or base of the neck, hold here, pause, sigh it out, let it go. One more time just like that, inhale 1/3, sigh it out, let it go. 2/3, sigh it out, let it go. All the way up. Sigh it out, let it go. Take a breath in and a breath out. Deepest breath in you have. All the way to the top, bring it to the collarbones or base of the neck, and then pause and hold as long as you can without struggle or strain. And then when you are ready, release through the mouth, let it go. Once you release that breath, go ahead and slide onto your palms. If your feet are at your hips, draw them in and then tuck your toes, and then begin to sit back onto your heels and lift up into a toe stand. If at any point toe stand becomes too uncomfortable, you can simply sit on the shins, just let it go. Otherwise, go ahead and bring your right arm long by your right hip and start to make a fist with your right hand. And then take your left hand to your right ear and just gently nudge the left ear over to your left shoulder. See if you can find that little spot in the neck where you get some sensation by rolling it softly. Maybe pressing firmly through that right hand to find more space. And then gently release your right fingers from the fist. Gently release your left hand towards your left hip and roll your head softly so that the chin comes towards the chest. Finding the back of the neck and stretching it open. And then taking your right hand towards your left ear and rocking your right ear towards the right shoulder. Make a fist with your left fingers and just pause here or roll around softly until you find those little sticky spots. Seeing if you can create more space for yourself. If you find a sticky spot and you want to stay in it for a moment, take another breath into it. And breath out. Start to release your left fingers from the fist. Release your right arm long by your hip and circle your chin towards your chest. Find the back of the neck. One more inhale. One more exhale. Bring your head through neutral. And then reach your arms up and overhead. Turn your palms to face forward. And then begin to bend your elbows, broaden, open up across your heart space. And then as you exhale, bring your palms together, round through your upper spine, and hug your chin towards your chest. We're going to do this 4 more times. Open up, broaden out across the heart. Find that cactus and cow shape. Exhale, find that cat shape. Draw the palms together, chin towards chest. Bring the shoulder blades away from each other. 3 more times. Reach up and open. Exhale, arch, tuck, and round. 2 more. Inhale, reach up and open. Exhale, arch, tuck, and round. 1 more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, arch, tuck, round it in. As you inhale, release your hands down to the mat. And then go ahead and untuck your toes, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Maybe pound out through the tops of the feet to bring a little life back into them after that nice long toe stand. And then once you're ready, give your hips a little shake from side to side. Maybe firmly root down through your palms again. Reset the fingers, stretch them wide. And then draw your upper arms in so your triceps are nice and engaged. Feel your spine lengthening as you tuck your pelvis gently forward. Lengthen out across the fingers. Take another breath here. And then tuck your toes on the mat. Lift your knees 2 inches and hold here for 3. Keep the crown of the head nice and long so that the neck is long for 2. The spine is long. Last 1. Draw your hips to the sky. Press your belly back towards your thighs. Downward facing dog. We're going to take a couple breaths here to lengthen out the backs of the legs. To lengthen out the spine as you draw the hips a little higher. Taking maybe the bend in the knees, finding the belly a little closer towards the thighs, and then dropping the heels down and away. Maybe a couple more breaths, bending into the knees, drawing the belly down, and then lifting the hips as you press the heels away. Taking as many breaths here as you need to get settled. And then when you feel sufficient, take an inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Press through your left heel, press back through your right heel, 2 strong legs, inhale. Exhale, right knee into your nose, round the upper part of the spine, breath in. Breath out, lightly step the right toes through. Lower your back knee gently to the mat, and then untuck the left toes as you sweep the arms up nice and high. See if you can lengthen across the front side of the body. Draw your left hip forward, right hip back, and then maybe start to draw your biceps back a little bit, shoulders down. Deep breath in, breath out. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands towards your hips or to the mat. Lengthen your right leg as you press your hips towards your left heel. See if you can draw your right toes towards your face and hinge from your hips to lengthen your spine forward out over the right thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rebend into the right knee. Walk your hands so that they're framing your right foot. Tuck your left toes, and then just begin to lift your right fingers to the sky, finding a simple twist. Drop your left hip down, shift your right hip, your right hip down, and then shift your left hip gently forward. Take an inhale. Lower your right hand back down to frame your foot. Reach both arms up and overhead, shoulders are stacking over the hips, and then hover your left knee 2 inches from the mat, holding. Take a big breath in. Lengthen your left leg as you breathe out, finding Crescent Pose. Breathing in here. Drawing your left hip forward, drawing your right hip back. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Press your right toes back behind you, high plank pose. Lower the knees, and then bring your elbows in towards your ribs as you gently lower the chest down. Inhale, press back up. Stay with knees lowered or start to lengthen out the legs, high plank. Shift the weight forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the belly. Slide your heart forward and up, Cobra or upward facing. Downward facing dog, rolling over the toes, drawing the hips towards the sky. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. And you're ready, begin to lift your left toes off of the mat. Deep breath in. Press the right heel down as the left heel presses back, and on a breath out, squeeze your left knee in towards your nose, round the upper part of the spine. Gently step the left foot through, lower the right knee down, untuck the toes, and sweep the arms up and overhead, lengthening, strengthening the front side of the body. Drop your pubic bone down and lift up through your heart. Take another deep breath here. Breath out, one more inhale. As you exhale, shift your hips back towards your right heel, lengthen your left leg, and bring your hands either side of you, or maybe to your hips, or float them if you'd like. Drawing your right hip gently forward as the left hip gently presses back. Crown of head reaching past your left toes. Breath in, breath out. Go ahead and bend your left knee, bring your hands to frame your left foot, and then tuck your right toes. Reaching your left fingers to the sky, opening up towards the left side of the room, breathing in, broaden across your heart, breathing out. One more inhale. As you exhale, release the left hand. Start to reach the arms up and overhead so that you have shoulders over hips in this low lunge. And then start to lift your knee 2 inches, hovering here. Draw your biceps back, soften the shoulders, and then press through the right leg as you lengthen out, finding high crescent pose. See if you can breathe into that strong left leg as you press back through the strong right leg. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the mat. Shift your left leg back to meet the right high plank. Either lower the knees or keep them lifted as you lower halfway. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift up. Halfway or all the way. Slide your heart forward and up, finding upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing, finding your breath. Breathing in as your hips lift a little higher. Breathing out as you draw the belly closer towards the thighs. As you inhale, it's right leg to the sky. Exhale, squeeze knee into your nose. Lightly step the foot through. This time, find your belly over your right thigh and reach your fingers forward. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, open to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Take an inhale here, press through the left thigh. Stay or right fingertips down the back of the left leg as left fingers reach high. Exalting, deep breath in, breath out. Either come back to this wide arm twist or start to hinge from your hips. Hook the left elbow outside of the right thigh and roll open with the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Strong legs, breath out. On the inhale, belly's gonna come back over the right thigh and reach the fingers forward. And then go ahead and cactus out through your arms. Keep the bend in this right knee as you start to lift and lengthen off of your left toes. Finding a crouching warrior 3 with cactus. Square your left hip down, find strength in your right leg, holding 3, holding 2, lengthen your right leg, press into the foot, maybe reach your hands back behind you. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Flex through the left toes, one more inhale, Step back, high crescent pose as you exhale. Take a breath here. Lower hands down. Find three-legged dog. Kick your right heel high to the sky. Breath in. Bend into the knees. Stack the hip. Roll it open. Finding a little stretch through the right side body. Level off the hip. Inhale. Bring your knee into your nose as you exhale. And lightly step it through. Spin your back heel down so it's parallel with the back edge of your mat. And then spiral open, warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Sink a little lower, breath out. Inhale, reach forward. Flip the palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Lengthen your right side body. Breath in. Breath out. Side angle pose. Right forearm down onto right thighs. Reach the left fingers up and over. You can slide that right hand inside if that feels right. Taking 2 more breaths. Feeling openness in your right hip and openness in your heart. 1 more breath. Warrior two as you inhale. Cartwheel hands down. Take your right toes back behind you. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the belly. Upward facing or cobra. Downward facing dog. Slide your hips up and back to the sky. Take 2 deep breaths here. Settling. 1 more deep breath here. On your inhale, take your left leg high. As you exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose, round, hold, squeeze, and lightly step it through. Bring your belly over your left thigh. Firm up your right leg. Reach your arms forward. Find the breath here. Find your hovering crescent. Take another inhale. Stay for the exhale. Rise up through your crescent pose. Strong legs. And then twist open to the left. Right arm forward, left arm draws back. Broaden across your heart. You can stay. Or tilt your left fingers to your right hamstring as you reach the right arm up and over. Now you can always come back to that open twist. Or begin to find a hinge from your hips. Right elbow outside of left thigh. Left hand places on top. Strong legs. Right heel pressing back. Right side drawing away from the mat. Left shoulder spinning up. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, you're going to hover the belly over the left thigh. Reach the fingers forward. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Begin to cactus out through the arms. Press weight into the left leg and get light on your right toes, holding. Crouching warrior three with cactus. Keep that bend in the left knee. Take another breath. And then extend through the left leg, finding warrior three. You can stay here or fly the hands back by your hips. Keep pressing long through that right heel. Square the right hip down. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Bend the left knee, step back, high crescent pose. Find your breath here. And then lower the hands down. And then three-legged dog without a sound. Sweep the left leg high. Bend into the knee, stack the hip open. Feel that left side body growing longer. Inhale, re-extend the left leg high, and then squeeze it into your nose. Lightly step it through. Spin the right heel down and open up into your two. Sink into that left leg, and then draw your shoulders away from your ears. Feel a distance between your left and right hip, so you're creating this space here, and then dropping down through the pubic bone. Inhale, reach your left fingers forward, flip. Reverse the warrior as you exhale, opening up through your heart space. Take a big breath into your left rib cage. As you breathe out, you're bringing left forearm to the thigh and right fingers up and over as you spin your right heart open. Stay here, slide the left hand down inside of the left leg if there's space. Keep energetically pressing that left hip open and rolling the right heart space. Taking 1 more full breath here in your side angle. Just enjoying this nice stretch. And then coming back through your warrior two, breath in. Spin the hands all the way down to the mat. Step your left toes to meet the right. Press your weight forward. This time, exhale, lower slowly all the way down to your belly. And then untuck the tops of the toes. So the tops of the feet are planted onto the mat. Bring your hands so that they're just about mid of your ribs. And then press into the palms, spread your fingers wide. If your elbows are splaying out, draw them in. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears And then begin to lift up through your heart. Feel the front of your body lengthening. Take another inhale. And exhale, release forehead to the floor. Bring your hands back behind you. You can either take opposite elbows or clasp the palms. Roll the shoulder blades together. Feel length as you press into the tops of the feet. And then begin to lift your heart up and lift it open. So you're lifting it up and you're opening it and you're breathing. Press down into the tops of the feet. And then maybe press into the inner thighs so that you can begin to lift the feet together like a tail off the mat. Holding 3, holding 2, 1. Release back down to the mat. Bring your fingers back towards your ribs or your hands towards your ribs. Tuck your toes. Lift your kneecaps. Lift the tops of the thighs. Lift the belly. Press up. High plank. Downward facing dog. Draw your hips towards the sky. Take 2 full breaths here. Filling every pocket. And then exhale, release it fully out from the mouth. 1 more full breath here. Exhale. As you're ready, gaze forward. Soften into the knees. And then begin to hop, step, or just float the feet forward to the top of the mat. Come into chair pose. Drop your hips. Lift your heart. Sink your seat. Broaden across the ribs. The whole side body's growing longer. And then begin to sink your seat down. And then once you get to that point where you need to lift the heels, lift them and find toe stand. Okay. So release the hands down. Release the shins to the mat. All right. From our shins, we're going to sit up nice and tall. And we're going to find a variation just like at the beginning of class with those cat-cow type heart openers. So if you can, come onto the balls of the feet and sit the hips back onto the heels in your toe stand. And then reach the hips off of the heels this time. Sweep the arms up, turn palms forward. And then open up across the chest, bend the elbows. As you exhale, bring the palms together, bring the hips towards the heels, rounded. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, round it in. One more time. Inhale, press it up and open. Draw the hip bones, the hip points forward. Feel that stretch of your front body. Exhale, round it in. This time, we're going to come up into that cactus shape. You're going to press your hip points forward, so you're really, really sturdy here in the front side of the body. You're cactusing out through the arms, and then maybe you continue to trace the ceiling with your gaze and finding your variation of your camel. You can stay here or work the hands towards the low part of the spine. Maybe fingertips facing down so that they're like in the pockets if you have them. And then draw the elbows in, so they're not splaying wide, they're in, shoulder blades are together. Drawing that gaze towards the ceiling. If you have more space, reach back for your heels maybe. And then just find that space in the front side of your body. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Come out the same way you came in. Try not to slingshot the spine. And then just gently lower the seat towards the heels. Okay. Bring one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, and close down your eyes. Take deep breaths in through the nose. Deep breaths out. Be neutral with your spine here. Take 1 more big breath. And exhale, release it. You can blink open the eyes if they're closed. And then just go ahead and swivel back onto your seat. And then you're going to just take your feet onto the mat, soles of the feet onto the mat. Lift up and lengthen your spine. You can keep your hands on your shins, bring them down to the mat, or float the palms open towards the ceiling. And then just very slowly begin to release down onto the mat, using your low belly, finding your core, breathing into it. And then when you need to come down, come on down. Once you're there, take your right foot, ankle, and cross it over your left thigh. And then just energetically pressing the right leg, the right knee out so that you're getting more space into the inner groin and the outer part of the hip and the glute. And then if this feels like enough, you can stay. If you need more, think about beginning to bring your knees in towards your chest and then maybe taking your hands outside the thighs or through the little triangle window around the hamstring or even the left shin. If you can, flex both feet, really energetically moving, finding this posture with intention and mindfulness, feeling your spine growing a little bit longer, feeling your hips beginning to release tension. Soften the inhales and exhales. And then if you have any kind of bind, gently release it. Let your left foot fall back to the floor if you've lifted it. Scoot your hips over to the right and just gently let the legs fall out over to the left. If this is too much, you can stack the right leg over the left or come into another variation of your supine twist. If this feels good, maybe just take your left palm and then place it on the inside part of your right thigh just to give it a little nudge. And then walk your right arm out either into a cactus or nice and long. Allow the right ear and shoulder to melt down towards the mat, just breathing. Just softening. See if you can find more space in the body. Take another full breath here. Fill in. And then exhale, release. Bring your hips back through neutral. Allow that right ankle to come away from your left thigh, just releasing the sole of the foot down. And then bring the left ankle up and over onto the right thigh. Once again, think about energetically pressing the left knee away. So you're feeling space into that outer left hip and glute and also the inner groin. You can always stay as you are, or start to lift the right foot off of the mat. Flex through both feet as you press the knees in towards the chest. Either take outsides of thighs or come through the little window for the hamstring or even the shin. And then wherever you're going, see if you can continue to press your low spine into the mat and press your knees in towards your chest. And we're breathing. We're finding space and softness in the body. We're finding breath and awareness. See if you can feel into that sensation. Come back to that feeling of presence with yourself and your body. Tuning out the distractions that want to creep in during this moment. If you have the foot lifted, release the bind gently. Lower the right foot to the mat. Scoot your hips gently over towards the left. As you lower the legs gently over towards the right, you can bring that right palm to the inner part of the left thigh and just give it a gentle nudge. Maybe you gaze out over the left hand, cactus, or lengthen it. Left ear and shoulder release down to the mat. See if you can soften into your twist. Release your low spine. Release your outer hip and glute. And give yourself permission to just feel all parts of the body. To notice the sensations. To notice the sticky parts. Or the parts that feel exceptionally open. Without judgment, without expectation. Just with acknowledgement and acceptance. When you're ready, bring your hips back through neutral. And then eventually bring the left sole of the foot back down onto the mat. Give your knees a soft squeeze in towards your chest when you arrive. You can take your hands to your shins, or if you have the space, wrap around the shins and grab opposite elbows. And then once you get there, see if you can begin to press your tail back towards the mat. So really lengthening through the spine and finding more space in your hip flexors, Apanasana. Releasing tension from the body. Releasing tension from the face. Take another full breath in here. And a breath out. Big inhale. Exhale, release whatever bind you have and take an inhale to stretch everything long down onto the mat. The feet flop open, palms open, chest open, and just relax. You've done the work. All of the energy, the hard work we get to put behind us here. And a big part of powering back up is finding the ability to power down. To take this time for ourselves to just be with our body and our breath. To find a little stillness amidst all the chaos of our lives. Stay here as long as you need. And then when and if you feel ready, begin to bend into the knees, coming softly and slowly onto one side, before eventually, patiently, easily, gently pressing yourself towards a comfortable seat. Once you find a comfortable seat, go ahead and let your palms come to touch at heart center. Keep your eyes closed if you can, just appreciating this time for yourself and your body, the stillness of the mind. And then take a deep breath in, giving yourself gratitude and acknowledgement for showing up. And a deep breath out, releasing some of that good energy back out into the universe. My hands come through my third eye in honor and gratitude. Thank you all for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.